All right, here we go. We have a battle going on. It's a media engagement. Here we got the West Willow Rangers. Cannon fodder today. Their job is to stop the WOBs who are over here. Pictures inserted already. So they got the WOB forces over there. You can see here we got road network. That's right there is paved, even though it just shows little field blocks here and there, but it's actually paved. This is the right section right here that goes along like that is a gravel road linking up. Now the interesting thing is that all the little water hexes are possibly
1 to 3 random.
We don't know because it's basically a kind of a swampy area. We know that those are swamp, but the other ones we're not sure if they're level 1s or level 3s until we actually
Step into them. And there's only one mech that can get out of a level 3.
Just think northern Minnesota.
Yeah. You'd be walking along fine on some nice little squishy ground, and next thing you know, you're up to your neck.
The area is nicknamed Cedar Swamp.
Cedar Swamp. Yeah, we've been there.
Yeah.
It's like you after you've working your way through and marked all the pathways, you know where
I
not
was
to
gonna
go.
put some dinosaurs in the game, but you know.
Yeah.
And all the younger pilots have to push through the brush, so the older pilots have free shots on anything coming out of the brush.
Yes. What are you trying to say there, brother? You were the dog.
I was the dog.
Just make sure you don't come out of the brush too quick.
Yeah. Oops, I tripped.
Oh, we got a rabbit. All right, so it's going to be a media engagement, moving from this side and meeting someplace up in the middle. We got the big white die to show it's turn 1. And anything, who's got the initiative?
We have not rolled.
All right, grab a couple dice. I'll do the
Who's got
first.
it?
And I got a 5.
We got a 3.
All right,
So
and we have the +1, so we're a 6, and we could have re-rolled. So
Right. You gonna re-roll it?
no. So we got the initiative. Not that it really
Wait a
matters.
minute, I
in the
rolled a
first turn.
3. You can't lose. Worst case you get is a 3.
Yes. All right, so we'll be back. All right, so turn 1, everybody comes rolling in. We got the WOBs come flying in on this side. Look like they're ganging up on this road, heading this way. And over here, this force is moving up over here using the, yellow and blue colors. Whatever that means. And over here, we got some token force over there, moving their way through the swamp. We got and looked at everything, and the summoner right there was in range with his ERPPC, and he targeted the Malik, needing a 12, rolled a 12 with an clan ERPPC, hit the leg, and then they go, wait a minute, we're going to edge that, and I had to re-roll it, and next thing you know, it's like I went from super hit to, complete opposite. So it missed. But we burned one of your edges.
Right.
So,
Huge.
that would have taken his leg off.
We don't have that many.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the end of turn 1. We go to turn 2 on the big white die. There we go. And we'll be back. Turn 2. The force is over here. They moved up along the causeway, moving down the road, crossing the little creek, river, intermittent stream. The Gurkha moved over here. We have the king crab jumped up over there, and this force is moving up over here, concentrating. And over here we had the viper and the guillotine, and that's that thug over there. And everybody laid down. They're firing over here. The viper took some hits, and his right side is down to like
Minuscule. It's hanging on. Yeah,
it's like the armor's section is like blinking red. Yeah. Not the internal structure, but the armor.
Yeah, it took a couple heavy PPCs.
And over here, these mechs on this side using they had to use this network right here off his. That's the blue.
That's the white flame.
White flame. That's the blue flame. And using this range because they shut down because of the ECM. these guys moved up and shut his ECM down, so he couldn't use his targeting, which initially what you wanted to do, but we've seen that happening. So, and this whole group over here, all of them unleashed onto the Gurkha, and the Gurkha went up in a big giant.
He didn't blow up.
Yeah,
He just shut down.
he didn't go supernova, but everything's gone. He lost his right torso, center torso, and left torso. He just got
He lost his left arm, left torso, and center.
everything. He just disappeared in a massive cloud. But over here, these guys all fired and concentrated on the fire starter and shot his right arm off and
Well, the whole group gets killed.
tore up his right torso.
Everybody who hit.
And
killed.
that would be
I was wondering who actually took him out.
So we got one dead mech here,
It was the third.
and a tore up mech right there, and a tore up mech over there. So it looks like at the moment, it's kind of in the
I was
WOBs
just adding to the.
right
you were
now.
doing.
You see if you hit.
You got two mechs that are almost.
Fire starter's gonna have to go into hide mode, probably, right?
Because you
Yes.
could have whipped. You wouldn't have got the
Most
sheriff.
definitely. All right, so that's it. That's the end of turn 2. Move to turn 3 on the big white die.
That on there for
There we
Brock.
go.
All right.
And we'll be back. Turn 3. All right, over here, these mechs moved up over here using the terrain to their best advantage. Over here, he fell back. He got waffle stomped. And these guys all opened up on the white flame that's up on the hill because he was the closest target. And they opened up his right or left torso and ripped most of the armor off on 2 of his legs. But being that he was a tube pilot, he's standing. And then they turned around and did some plinking shots. They did a little bit of damage over here.
What's up?
And they over this whole side over here all focused on the Viper, which had a bunch of his armor ripped off.
But he still had a good mod, so he dodged a lot of damage.
Yeah, so he's still standing. And over here we got a mech. The thug is lost in the water. He's down to level 3 water right now, trying to figure his way out. He's in the dark, literally.
How much is a heavy strike?
And the other thing is we did have an airstrike hit the Archangel, did some damage to him, and the Malik. So the end result was, or not the Malik, but
No, we don't get any.
the Seraph. That was the Seraph that took that
Heavy
damage.
strike?
All right, so did I miss anything?
The air attack.
I already count them.
Okay.
Count that. So it was basically just a bunch of mechs that got plinked up, except for the Viper, he got ripped up. Some plinking over here, and that was it. Now the big thing was that in between he has the specialist skill,
Combat intuition.
so he can fire in the movement phase.
He moves and fires before anybody else on the board does.
Yeah, so what he did was he shot the Jenner up. That's why the Jenner's back there. Because the Jenner lost an arm and
Almost his torso.
yeah, it's like ripped to pieces. So he fell back because his center torso's open and
You pick a target, roll
his
it.
arm's
You gotta
gone.
pick his
So
target.
there
and
you
fire.
go. And we're moving on to initiative phase for the turn 4.
Brock, your turn.
Turn 4 on the big die,
roll this
and we'll be back. All right, turn 4. All right, over here, these guys moved up over there, going past the burning body of the Gurkha. He's a little hull down there in the water, along with that's where the Awesome needs to park himself. And they all picked on the poor Grigori right there and tore his right arm off.
You didn't tear it off.
Oh, no, he's down to,
He took some crit hits.
he took 3 crits in that arm. That's right. But his shoulder actuated, that's almost like being gone.
So that
And over here, there used to be a Viper right there. You can see the little cloud of smoke. The Viper got nuked. Took 3 engine hits and his day. Then they opened up everybody this side
Well,
here.
zeros.
All these guys opened up on the
How many
king
did you
crab
got?
and did over 100 and something damage to it.
Yeah, it was. He
Uh,
did 20 off the airstrike. The Centurion alone did 47, so you're at 67, just those two. And then
Awesome hitting 3 PTCs.
Autumn hit, yeah, so that another 45. So what are you up to? 112 roughly, and
Yeah.
then whatever the Marauder, 132
And,
plus 100,
Vulture.
142 total. He took.
Yeah.
It was half his armor.
Took half his armor. He's still standing. And he looked at. He's gonna look at the key stang and say, "You're not dead."
Yeah. And over here, there was a big melee going on. These guys picked on the Tisang right there. And the Tisang, he opened up on the Awesome, tore him up pretty good. Then he put a 24 point
Opened up with a thud.
Opened
thug,
up a
yeah.
They put a 24-point hatchet into his right.
Lopped his arm completely off.
Yep.
And it's like, it went flying, so it's now laying on the ground.
Who's got Zion there? Oh yeah, it's for leg and neck. That's what guys use it.
Yeah.
His arm. Right there. This is his arm.
It's just there.
I mean, you're 2 X's away. It's right there. I mean, just look at it.
You put your teeth and drag it.
Like a dog.
White Flame is now incapacitated. He's dragging away an arm.
Someone goes, Doug walks over to take his arm back.
I want my arm back. And okay, and then the Awesome here fired over here and hit the White Flame in the back with a couple medium lasers.
What do you mean, the hunchback?
Yeah, the Hunchback.
You
Right
keep
here.
saying awesome.
Yeah, I can see it.
Who's he fighting?
It's been a long day. I'm getting brain locked. And let's see, did I miss anything other than all these guys over here opened up on him and tore him up? But nobody
Ain't gonna
fell.
matter.
That's the interesting thing. After all the kicks and damage, but it helps when you got a lot of pilots that are threes, mostly.
Yeah, it's pretty elite forces out there.
Yeah. Makes for an interesting day. So that's it. That's
Last day.
turn
Damage starts
4.
coming.
Moving on to turn 5 on the die. So turn 5. And we'll be back.
Roll initiative.
Turn
Did you get hold
5.
of Jason for me though?
All right, here we go. Over here, we had the Centurion and the Hunchback ripped apart the crab, tore it into him, blew his arms off. But didn't get. Well, we did hit the Gauss rifle, which would explode, but the edge did for the crit and went set out. So,
Yeah. So no crit on that one.
so otherwise, it would have been a dead pilot because that Gauss rifle going exploding would have killed him.
Oh yeah.
So, because he had what 4 head hits, that would have put him at 6.
Yeah.
So that would have been done. Deal. Over here, these guys firing up on the Summoner did some damage, like 24, 25, somewhere in there.
Yeah, with a nice alpha strike coming off the blue flame over there.
That was the one that did the most damage.
He did with 2 medium lasers and 3 streaks.
But he was haywire narc.
Yeah.
He's got a +1 to all his weapon attacks now. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. That affects it.
Then they opened up on the Tisang right there.
The Archangel smoked him with 2 heavy PPCs to the CT, and that's what dropped him.
Yeah. And then they opened up on the Grigori there. He's like, he's flashing red everywhere.
Yeah, he's not feeling good.
Yeah.
So is the Diva.
Yeah. The Diva over here, he is ripped to
Yeah,
pieces.
I think we're gonna do.
If it wasn't for let's just say a edge, his leg would have been totally kicked off by the Awesome. So it went into the other leg, which he had armor left. So there.
Not much left armor. No.
But let's just say he's flashing red everywhere also.
So who won?
It's a draw.
I think this would call a
Yeah, we're calling
stalemate.
here.
It's 5 o'clock.
They were calling after 5 turns a draw. So
Sounds like a draw to me.
yeah.
We're just
Well,
beating
a bunch
each
of
other.
losers.
We're like 2 punch-drunk boxers.
Well, you guys lost
Do that boxing
135
match
tons,
I
and we
just
lost
did.
35 tons.
That boxing match.
You go one more turn, you're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
lose a few more.
So you probably
The Chinese.
We might lose maybe
Yeah,
another one.
Dude,
Because most of our guys over here are
He's
just looking
new to
for
Our
good
guy.
condition.
You lost
And
both dogs
if
and-
he was saying that if he did his special ability, he would die.
He can do it one more turn. As long as he doesn't take another head hit, he can do it. But he's
yeah, but he lost the Goss and PPC.
Yeah.
no. He had I re-rolled the crit. He didn't lose the gauze.
The arm got blown off.
The arm got blown up. But you're right, he lost PPC, so he's only got a gauze and SRM 6 left.
Yeah.
That's what he said he knew.
Been neutered. All right, so that's the end of turn 5. I think that's everything. We're just going to call it here, and I think that's pretty much a draw.
It's a draw.
Both forces will start retrograding. The Mercs will definitely retrograding because they got some damaged mechs. Calling it good. It's like, hey, house dabbing, get yourself over here and handle these guys. This is not our problem anymore. All right, so that's it. Hope you guys like this one, and we'll see you in the next one. All cricks out.